What's happening, everybody? We're back. It's me, your resident supervillain, Mr. J. Washington. Yeah, we just gonna go and do it. Because last time we almost ran out of fucking time. That's the swaggy BLERD Winston A. Marshall. And we're here with the review for Season 2, Episode 12 of Titans on the DC Universe. And if you have not seen it yet, please come back because there will be...
Who are you?
Spoiler.
Driving me insane.
So he is playing, it's about 6 minutes of Professor X from the X-Men animated series screaming.
I bind you with the power of
Turn this shit off so we can do this, man.
It's almost over. Yeah.
First of all, this is going to be one of the most hilarious episodes we've ever done, and I'll tell you why, because I know what's happening in advance. This nigga has a tummy ache. More so food poisoning. So, if he moves too sudden, tries to laugh too hard, jiggles the wrong way, he might shart himself. However, if he shits himself in my home, I will murder him on camera. I have 2 cameras filming this right now in case the ass whooping is not long enough to catch it. I gave him Pepto-Bismols and sparkling water to try.
Is this funny to you? I bind you with the power of Oh, bitch. You're so lucky you hit my ribs and not my stomach, because I would have just gone over and shat on your bed.
No, you would. I'd have murdered you. So, look. So, when the episode starts off confirming what we already have been speculating, Jericho is inside of Slade. The moment he did get stabbed, he did transfer his consciousness into Slade. And he is still currently in there, and he can talk inside of Slade. Aren't you happy? So the actor still gets some lines.
No, I am appreciative of that. I mean, but we knew... I guess that was the whole thing, is specifically the actor gets lines, because the character obviously has spoken through other people. That's how Jericho has always been, being a mute. Mm-hmm. He speaks through other people's vocal cords and shit like that when he possesses them. So, I thought it was interesting that, like, Jericho has semi-control over Slade. Obviously, Slade has a very, like, sharpened mind. So, like...
That's why.
That's the only reason why, is that Slade obviously is still able to fight the Titans and kill and all that kind of stuff, but there are certain things that, like, Jericho will not allow him to do, and vice versa. Jericho has multiple times tried to throw his dad's body in the middle of oncoming traffic.
Hey, that motherfucker trying to step, he was
like, literally was 2 seconds away from in front of the truck and just whipped his leg.
He's like, good try, kid.
But to be honest with you, with his healing ability, wouldn't he just fucking be fine anyway?
We haven't seen Deathstroke go splat, so, you know, depends on how hard the truck is.
I guess so.
I mean, I would love to believe that Slade Wilson can survive the impact of a Mack truck at 35 miles an hour. However, not going to sit there and count on it. Also, one of the funniest things that happened to me is the argument between Rachel and Corey. I love it because that is the most sisterly love ever.
You little space witch bitch. Like, you better...
intergalactic space witch. She's like, oh, for somebody who just didn't know who the fuck they was 2 months ago, she's like, well, I know who I am. I'm Corey Anders.
Oh, yeah? We went from Tamaran, bitch.
She was like, I don't really give a fuck. I was like...
Yeah, you might want to... I just burped. It's
oh.
I tried to tell you.
Fuck.
I tried to warn you I wasn't
the fuck died inside of you?
That fucking Pokeball from Ron.
I
told you. I fucking told you. I tried to warn you. Apologies to everybody watching this right now. Maybe it really will be a funny episode.
Maybe you smelled it through the fucking...
That was bad. That was bad. Yeah, so they had a nice little sisterly fight. That was kind of hilarious.
Because then they decided they're not going to try to help Dick. They're going to go help Gar. It's crazy because Gar is what's going to bring the team back together. Which, by the way, Mercy Graves ain't shit for letting Gar loose at the coffee shop.
That's some old bullshit. You just had people trying to get their coffee.
Their morning coffee, dog. Can you imagine? You know how people wake up in the morning and be like, "Hey, man, don't talk to me. Let's have a coffee."
It's the same. Like, it's on a level of. It's going to sound awkward, but it's on the level of a mass shooting in the sense that you're just out living your regular everyday life, and then someone lets a tiger loose in the fucking Starbucks to murder you?
Okay, I get the analogy, but damn, he went back. But yeah, like, first of all, could you imagine being the person who was next to get their order? Because, like, they called up guard to get his
order. Well, yeah, because remember, he slammed the worker, and so then the guy behind was like, hey. And so he fucking flipped that nigga, and then the dude was looking because he said, "Urgh," and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh no!"
And so, also, like, it's just so fucked up because he just straight. What we learned is that classical music is the trigger. Again, this is Cadmus. Why is it only a tiger? Like,
budget. That's the only thing I can see.
Okay, what is the budget? What is the budgetary difference from making another? You use the same budget that you would use it for a tiger, turn them into a... I would love to see a gorilla fuck up a Starbucks. There's something in my soul that just wants to see a silverback beat the shit out of a barista.
A bear would be hilarious.
A bear would be, and then he go, "Rrr," and just, I want to see a bear maul a barista like the one in The Revenant did to Leonardo DiCaprio. The one where the bear should have just fucked him. Because at that point, like, Leo was almost fucked by that bear. Do you remember that asshole? But anyway,
the bear should have won the Oscar.
He should have won the Oscar. But I still, that is the one thing that keeps upsetting me with the show and, you know, the script wise, because we're talking about Cadmus. Yo, we talking about Cadmus?
No,
talking about Cadmus?
Talking about Cadmus, baby. Not a Suicide Squad.
No, not Task Force X.
We're talking about a Cadmus.
We're talking about Cadmus. You know what I'm saying? Like that. This is the whole project.
So this is kind of weird that Mercy. I guess because Lexus had his hand in Cadmus a lot, working with Waller before. I just thought it was weird that Waller is not there instead of.
That's probably a rights issue.
Probably.
That's more than likely a rights issue because Amanda Waller also is Argus, and so Argus brings in a whole nother level. This is also a Berlanti show. Well, so right. Amanda Waller is dead. Technically, I don't know if this is the same universe.
I don't think it's the same universe.
It's not the same. Well, it's not. I'm sorry. It's not the same universe. But again, I don't know if you want to introduce the whole Amanda Waller yet. Because again, Titans has season 3 coming up. They've announced it.
But I'm very familiar with Cadmus and all of its iterations, and normally Waller is involved with that. I mean, sure, Argus too, but her main thing is Cadmus. Like that's her whole. I have to stop superhero shit.
Well, yeah, but they did that in Again, it's a rights issue because Amanda Waller's not utilized in Supergirl. Right. Granted, she was used in Arrow, and those are two different universes. They're the Arrowverse, but two different universes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's probably a rights issue why they don't have Amanda Waller. Donna and Dawn. First of all, shouts out to my mans who ordered sushi and had them pick up his shit. And when he came to the door, my man closed the door and was like, I deserve good things. Because wouldn't you feel the same way? A beautiful brunette and a blonde was like, hey, we got your sushi. That is the start of every porno.
Talk about sushi.
Oh, yeah, my bad. So, let me tell you why his stomach is really fucked up. So, he said he had a poke bowl. What he did not include, we were at Ralph's grocery store, okay? Grocery store. And they have a nice deli section. They do fresh sushi and stuff, so poke bowls and stuff there. And so, Winston was like, man, I'm hungry. I need to have a poke bowl if I go to the gym. And I was like, do what you do, bro. Yeah, you got it. So, we're in the car, and I'm thinking we get ready to leave. This nigga is sitting here watching Avengers Assemble on Disney Plus and trying to devastate a poke bowl with chopsticks, which I felt like he did. I'm sorry. He looked like a refugee. Now, I was like, okay, let that be on your system, okay? Because you're going to say, he's like, man, I need this half an hour to let it sit, then I'm going to go to the gym. Well, now this motherfucker sitting over here boiled up like Baby Bop. Like, just...
That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. Get money. Get money.
So, but,
I guess there's no context. If you haven't seen it, look up Barney Tupac.
That's the greatest shit ever. That's the greatest shit
Barney
ever.
hit him up.
Barney hit him up is the greatest shit ever he showed me. But then you have, like I said, you got Donna and Dawn basically using the lasso of the truth to get all the information out of dude as much as they can get. And then so when they get the info, Donna's like, yo, so Corey and, Rachel gonna get him. Dick is out in the wind. We kind of need Hank. She's like, no, we don't need him. That's a woman who just broke up with somebody. Like, I don't need him.
Well, and that was the funny thing. We cut to Hank. Hank is out here in this underground fights, beating the ever-loving shit out of everybody.
Shouts out to the licensing department who was like, we gonna get DMX Party up for this one. Because he was out there fighting, like, which it also, okay, Party Up plays, fights in the cage. Here's my question. Thought the suits were gone.
Yeah.
That is not the old suit.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say, is that the suit, that doesn't make any sense.
I thought the suits were gone.
Doesn't make any sense to me. There's a lot of inconsistencies, man. Just going back and forth. It's kind of ridiculous.
Because if he had like I said, if he had the version 1 suit, I'd have been totally fine with it. But he had the version 2 suit. Now again, when you saw this,
so I did it in my sweatshirt. You can't smell that. I trapped it. I'm trying to be helpful.
When you see him fighting Dawn in his dream, she has on her suit. Again,
but that's
it's a dream,
so
right?
That's fine. But I find it hilarious because he's having this fight. He's immediately going and doing blow off to the side, like in between.
Which,
fights.
by the way, that's what having talons are for. It's like a killer fingernail.
That's why that dude always be having that long ass
pinky nail.
Yeah.
He doing blow off a talon, like. All right.
It's fucking ridiculous. But I think the best part by far is there's some fangirl who is obsessed with Hawk. So she's like, "You're Hawk, right?" He's like, "Nah, I know what you're talking about." It's like, "You sure? Like, you need somebody to like make sure you get back home in one piece?"
No, what she said, she was like, "Where's?" She was like, "Well, what's in the bag?" He was like, "It's a hazmat suit." She was like, "Yeah, I work down at the plant." She was like, "Oh, is it true?"
Yeah, the power plant.
She was like, "Is it true that they say radiation makes things bigger?" He was like, "Yeah,
yeah.
And they've done studies." I was like, "My nigga," but the problem was he couldn't get none because he was in all the pain.
He was in so much, like, he got his ass beat. I mean, he beat the shit out of everyone. He won every fight, but he had to take blows to do it. So every position, first he was on top. He's like, "Oh, and you're thinking, "Oh, we busting already?" Oh no, he's just in pain. So they're like, "Let's flip it.
She on top of him. He like,
all right, go slow. Oh shit.
She was riding him so hard in point when this motherfucker's adrenaline kicked in and made him pass out. I was like, she was like, "Ain't that a bitch?"
And the funniest part is she had a fucking Hawk tattoo above her titty. So she clearly was obsessed with Hawk, and she was like, "Man, I knew this motherfucker was a Hawk." Like, she got mad as hell.
She done gave up the pussy for an imposter. Now listen, let me say something. I've heard that women have done that because you see the dudes, you see the pictures on social media, people like, "I found Denzel," and you be like, that ain't Denzel Washington, that's Denzel Jenkins. Like,
let me tell you something. Right here. I can't do a very good Denzel. It's not very good. It's not very good. It's not very good. It's not one of... Yeah. My nigga. I think I'm getting delirious.
Come to find out, Hawk's suit stolen. He found out who stole it. Found out dude didn't steal it.
Nah, Hawk sold it to him. Hank sold it to him for
$200
and some blow.
He was like, "Oh shit." He was like, "That's when you know somebody fucked up in life." He was like, "Oh fuck." Here's the thing. Now we go forward when we find out that Rose finally admits to Jason.
Hold on. The funny thing about this Hawk suit thing that you're leaving out is the fact that he found out that the suit was stolen because someone goes, "Man, you hear? Hawk robbed a damn laundromat."
He was like,
he took a bunch of detergent and $3,000 out the safe. And he was like, "What the
fuck are you talking about?"
So it was just very funny because when he met the kid he sold it to, the kid was getting beat up by his stepdad, and he was like, "I just wanted to be cool for a minute, blah, 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 blah." And he's like, "Well, the Titans don't steal, we help people." And he goes, "Oh, yeah. Cool, can I get my money back?" He goes, "Nah, nigga, I gotta go."
Like, fuck. First of all, that's when he found out. I was like, "What the fuck money are you talking about?" Also, you find out Rose tells Jason everything. And you see how her relationship with her father came to be, which again, this is why Slade Wilson is a hero. This motherfucker is so diabolical, told his daughter, "I'm gonna cut your eye out." And she was like, "You joking?" And he looked, "Bitch, I'm not joking. I'm gonna cut your motherfucker." We finally see the Ravager suit, which the eye, I get it, but it looked like a giant insect.
Yeah. I mean, it happens though. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't really get a chance to design it herself. Her daddy was just like, "Take the shit, bitch," and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I figured you were size 2 or size 4. Found out Slade been in her life the whole time, been paying for her stepdaddy's golf courses.
That's the funniest part. She was like, she tried to, because what was the first injury she had that she was like, "I need to go find my dad"?
She was hit on a bike.
Oh, she was on a bike and she ran into a fucking car.
Face first.
Like, face first, ankles turned sideways. Yo, let's call the, "Nah, shut up. Shut up, bitch. Don't call no ambulance. Them shits is like $500.
That's why the most shouts out. Let me tell you something. as somebody who needed an ambulance and almost died, when I tell y'all I took an Uber to the hospital every time, and I told Uber, thank you for saving my life, they gave me a $10 credit.
That's how you know. That's the wow, that's cool.
Yeah, but I've been used that credit.
No, I know, but I think that's cool that they were like, oh, we saved your life.
Because it was a sentimental story. Like a nigga was dying. The nigga was dying. Yeah. But she is all because she was like, yo, she told her mama, I jumped off a building. I've done all this and nothing hurts me. She like, yo, it's about time you tell me who my daddy is.
I also feel like that was poor dialogue choice. It's not that nothing hurts her. She's always in pain. Like, she shot herself through the hand when she found Slade and was like, oh! It's just that
she was shaking, like, explain. What you explain, the hole? What the fuck you want me to... Yeah. Like, she should have waited. She was like, hole, closing.
Yeah. So I think there's got to be a better choice where, like,
Don't say that, Jay. Do not say that on camera. What you are about to say.
Say it.
Nope. Go ahead.
Are you trying to fuck her hand?
No, I wasn't even it. See, that's what he thinks.
No, because you're just a pervert, so I assume that's what you were going with. What?
Well, actually, I was going with the fact with, so, like, I understand hymens break for different things. So, like, with Rose lost her virginity, did it come...
Oh, God. So it's like Jessica from True Blood. It grows back after every single time.
Da-da!
I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's like an eyeball. It just, you're good.
Yeah, because again, clearly her eye's gone.
Same with Slade.
And his is gone as well. But, okay, so we go for it, and now you find out Dick he went back to the house to talk to Slade's wife, and she was like, damn, I wish I'd have known this shit. She's like, it's been there this whole time, and been trying to talk to me. He was like, you know what, I'm gonna make it right for you, blase, blase. And Dick goes to get a suit, and he meets Stu, and Stu's like, hey man, I don't make suits no more.
I make
fruitcakes. You know why? Because people care about fruitcakes. They don't just burn up fruitcakes. You know, they take care. Motherfucker had a fruitcake.
He's going to and set it on fire, and he's like, look at that. Would you like your fruitcake on fire, Dick?
And Dick was like, I'm sorry. I'm like, my bad. It was a good suit, Stu. He's like, I need a suit. And then he was like, let's see what Master Wayne is having. Like, yo, shouts out to the fact of the NDAs that everybody who works with Bruce Wayne has to sign, because 90 people at least know who he really is.
That's the thing that's kind of wild.
In the company.
What's to stop just any of these motherfuckers to just, maybe that's it, is you're just afraid of Batman, so you just don't say anything.
What happens if you sleep, like, what if you talk in your sleep? Like, Mr. Wayne, a Batsuit. Like, what happens if you say it in your...
Any of that shit. What if you're one of the types that does a lot of, like, drugs and you're out with some hooker and the next thing you know, you just spilled your guts to her?
Bitch, I work for Batman. Bitch, he Bruce Wayne. Like...
I think that's the thing, though. With the kind of money that you're probably getting to be his, like, private whatever, you probably gonna shut the fuck up.
I mean, I guess so. But the fact that there's a whole entire... What made it weird to me was...
There was a team.
It was a team down under the shop, which is fine. But we've known for the Batsuits to be from Wayne Tech's R&D department. And this does, unless this is a subsidiary of the R&D department.
I'm sure it is. I think they probably could throw on Wayne Tech if they wanted to, but because of Gotham and everything else, I wouldn't be surprised if they were like, let's just leave that out of it and we'll go with this. Because I've never heard of Stu before. Have you heard of Stu?
No, I've never heard of Stu before, unless I'm missing something. But also, it also is good.
I thought it was Alfred for a minute.
I always was under the impression that Alfred made the suits, especially in Batman and Robin when we got bat nipples. Because remember, that's how we got Alicia Silverstone's suit, because Alfred made it. But also, it means that Bruce has different locations around different places to have suits on standby.
Of course he does. Him and Arrow have shown proclivities to have safe houses and other bat caves.
Well, see, the difference thing is with Oliver's Queen, his suits are just... Oh man, y'all got some dark green forest leather.
No. I understand that, but he's still like his trick arrows.
Oh yeah, he has those
and shit. They all have safe houses and weapons stashes and whatever around the world.
So yeah, that's true. So he has that. So then you see the suit is starting to be turned around, and they tell you it has the shields, the eye shields on them. So you will not see his eyes, because I know I was worried about that. Because the one thing Nightwing was known for, with his mask is you cannot see his eyes. So his mask should be like that.
We'll see what happens.
Keywords, should, and guess what it did? It ended the episode like we said it would. Goes into episode 13, Nightwing, which is coming up. And I'm a little disappointed in this because I'm telling you now, I have a funny fucking feeling we're about to get the same type of season finale we just got in the first season.
I would put money on it.
I got it. Because I'm going to tell you, at the end of the day, Connor's going to come last minute or something. Because they'll get Gar, they'll turn...
Because, like, you don't have enough time to do everything.
You don't have enough time to have Gar get turned on the Titans, because that's what Mercy Graves is going to do. You don't have enough time to have Gar turn on the Titans. The Titans get Gar back. All of a sudden, they confront Deathstroke. They fight him. All of a sudden, they also get back Superboy.
They somehow put Jericho in a body or whatever.
Whatever.
You know what
There's too much to happen in one episode left. They're about to do this bullshit again. So we'll be back with the penultimate episode.
Is it the penultimate or would it be the ultimate? Because this was the penultimate.
No. You get what I mean.
Do I? Because you're not speaking English.
So normally this would have been in penultimate episode, right?
Now I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get it at first.
Okay,
yes,
normally this would have been a penultimate episode,
yes.
but next episode is guaranteed to be the penultimate episode of the season that is actually going to be labeled as season finale when it's going to start. The season finale is going to be the first episode of season 3.
Oh, that's depressing.
That's depressing. Yeah. That's upsetting. Like, yo, why y'all? At what point... I understand you want to bring people into the next season. I get that. I understand that. However, when your story culminates at the end of the season, have something that goes into it. Don't conclude, quote-unquote, a story at the beginning of the next season. It makes zero sense.
I mean, it's part of the reason why, like, I get TV and movies are different, but if you notice, they didn't do that shit with Endgame. They, like, ended that saga. I understand that, like, Spider-Man Far From Home was an epilogue, but it was an epilogue.
Here's the problem that's about to happen.
Huh.
You just did. I know what you did. I understand it. Mm-hmm. But you literally have somebody right now going, "See, they had to bring up Marvel some way."
Okay, fine. Fuck that. You want me to use DC? I'll use DC. How about every episode of every series of the Arrowverse ends their seasons properly.
It's a culmination.
They may give you a little snippet of what's coming next, but they have not left any, like, just
loose ends. And this is beyond loose ends. It's a fucking bundle. And I think it's unnecessary. But that's enough for us. Scale of 1 to 5, what you give it?
3. I wasn't thrilled. I wasn't, like, I'm excited to see the Nightwing suit. It was cool to see Donna and Dawn have that moment. It was also cool to see Hank actually, like, come out of his trippy state for a second and, like, try and mentor some kid who was being bullied and shit like that. But overall, nothing really happened. This was just another setup episode. So, it is what it is. We'll see what happens in the season finale.
Because of my anger you just heard, this gets a 2.5 out of me. Because it makes no sense. This should have been the episode before this if this is what you were going to do. It shouldn't have been. There shouldn't be 13 episodes. This should have been. If there was going to be 13 episodes, this episode that is episode 12 should have been episode 11. You should have figured out all that whole episode for Aqualad, that whole episode for Jericho, all that. You could have condensed those. You didn't need all that. And so now you have this. And so now, as much as I am waiting for the season finale, I'm waiting to see the suit. All this shit is going to wrap up because if you try to force it, it's going to be a horrible story. And that goes into season 3. And then we end up doing Harley Quinn. But nonetheless, we want to know what you think in those comments below, all right? So like, subscribe, click on the notification bell. Are you feeling the exact same way we're feeling? Or are you just like, I'm done with it? We want to know your thoughts, all right? Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J Washington, MRJAY. You should know how to spell Washington. Join the Supervillain Squad, patreon.com/Mr. J Washington. Check out the Mad Titan podcast everywhere you get podcasts. It's getting you caught up in everything that's happening in the Marvel and DC live action cinematic universe. It's barbershop talk for nerds. And every time I try to re-say that a different way, I almost catch myself slipping up, which is so fucked up. Go ahead.
I was just going to laugh because the way you go, come on in the conversation, because that's your little favorite.
Come on in the conversation.
That's your show.
This is for this.
That's for your podcast. Oh, here you go. Podcast ladies. Podcast ladies. Anyway. Swaggy BLERD, THESWAGGYBLERD. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. We got some exciting news coming out soon. We're going to keep that close to the chest, though, because until the ink is dry, you don't talk about those things. But you should be looking out for that because it is coming.
Well, we can't talk fully about it. I don't know. We can't. But technically, the ink is dry, and we still getting paid for it.
What I mean by dry
is that it's coming out? Oh, yeah.
Because we could have literally done that, and then nothing
comes of it. This is very true.
So that's all.
So that's all.
We'll keep you posted, but we did have something pretty exciting happening.
That's true. That's true. So we'll holler at y'all next week for the season finale.
No, for the
penultimate episode.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the penultimate episode of the season finale. That makes no sense. Just like this episode's gonna make no sense. The next one. All right, bye. Peace.
Oh, dude, fuck. God damn it. I literally just tried to not put more fish burp in your face, and you did that. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.